Abuja to be a part of this segment right now. We're going through various news platforms this morning. We've got The Punch, Daily Trust, The Vanguard, The Guardian, and The Leadership. Please note these headlines are only read as published and have got nothing to do with Nigeria info, so ensure that you read the body of the headline and you have all the details even while you react.
Fresh off the press, these are the front pages.
And let's get started with The Punch right here. 2027 showdown. Coalition slams Tinubu as Wike ADC trade blows. No peace for the dead. Grave desecrations mark renewed Jukun Tiv crisis. Tributes as Eagles legend Rufai dies at 61. Revenue reforms. Nigerians pay more for less as economic policies fuel hardship. Plastic ban. Lagos state government defends sales of packing bags in malls. Foreign transactions surged to 118.9 billion naira on NGX. Woman bags 5-year jail term for human trafficking. U.S. indicts Nigerian in $14 billion healthcare fraud. Stray bullet kills 12-year-old boy during attack on Lagos community. Federal government sets July date for petrol pricing summit. All these and more on The Punch today. Moving on now to the Daily Trust. INEC receives 12 additional applications for party registration. Senator's aide resigns over 20,000 monthly salary. Coalition members move to exit old parties. Nigerian legendary goalkeeper Peter Rufai dies at 61. Coalition leaders are disgracefully clueless, says APC. Plateau attack. Remi Tinubu donates 1 billion naira to victims, says money not from government coffer. Wike, my children have right to own land. Moving on now to the Vanguard. ADC Coalition Alliance of Displaced Politicians Presidency. 3 suspects nabbed as troops DSS rescue NDLEA commander. Naira rises to 1,570 naira to the dollar in parallel market. Anambra 2025. Soludo pays 50 million naira for campaign permit. Senate holds public hearing on constitution review in Lagos. Boko Haram, we only closed 3 markets, not 8. Yobe government clarifies. Wike declares end to Rivers crisis. 2027. Peter Obi should not be coalition's VP candidate, Dati Baba Ahmed. Coalition. Nigerians must reject repackaging of certified failures as reformers. Show me. Moving on now to The Guardian. INEC receives 12 more party registration bids, total now 122. France, Saudi Arabia, St. Lucia, 17 other countries Tinubu has visited since 2023. ADA, why coalition favored new party over existing platforms. How foreign investors can tap into Nigeria's $7 billion cassava prospect. Local government poll. Youth Party accuses Lasiak of incompetence, sabotage. LASIK is the Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission. 2025 Ojodo Eba car winner pays tribute to Adenuga. We have made smuggling of oil unattractive, says Tinubu. Delta residents raise the alarm over surge in insecurity. Abuja communities restless over alleged infiltration of terrorists from Niger. Abuja communities restless over alleged infiltration of terrorists from Niger. And our final stop this morning is the leadership Wike to ADC coalition. Failed politicians can't save Nigeria. Nigerian players, others mourn. Peter Rufai, Diogo Jota. Abducted Bayelsa High Court judge regains freedom. Atiku knocks Tinubu over Nigeria's exclusion from Trump's meeting. Anyoko-led Patriots hold Constitutional Summit July 15. Plateau governor assures close relationship with State Assembly. Troops arrest 1,191 terrorists, rescue 543 hostages in 3 months, as according to the Defense Headquarters. All these and more on the leadership today. Time to get to your reactions right now, and you can call these numbers or send a WhatsApp voice note to get started. The number is 0700 951 0000, 08095 974869, and 08099930137. You can also watch live and comment on our streaming platform, YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. Muazu John Lasisi says, honestly, Nigerians are paying more these days due to excessive taxes from the government. This additional burden for Nigerians makes things get harder on a daily basis. Reports say that Wike ordered the arrest of AJ's officials who leaked documents exposing his son's illegal land allocations in Abuja, despite his earlier denial. This is the same man who claimed no public land was given to his son. Now he targets whistleblowers to cover his tracks. Well, in the media parley that he had yesterday, he addressed some of these concerns, and details are contained in the headline that addresses that particular thought that he shared regarding that. You go on to state, may God grant Peter Rufai, a.k.a. Dodo Mayana, eternal rest, a true football legend. Let's go on to WhatsApp and take some thoughts before we go on a quick breather at 6:25. The best they can give Obi in ADC is the VP slot. After primarily, he'll still run to join another party, is what Holy Bello says. All right. A good time to go on this break.
This is Morning Crossfire. On your number one talk station.
You get a daily dose of news trends.
Crisis averted in aviation sector after aggrieved unions suspend strike.
Intense conversation.
She's among the ICPC board members. Oh. What has she experienced in life? 20 years with a girl. She is that because she has level.
Sports and news to keep you updated all day and every day.
Join the conversation on your number one talk station.
95.1 Nigeria Info.
Audio This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
All right, time to get to your reactions right now. Good morning.
Hello, good morning once again, Diki Itodo.
Welcome, sir.
Ojo, the next president, I want to sincerely appreciate you. You have been checking on me, asking on me. I'm okay. Sometimes I decided to be silent listener to allow other people to call and contribute. My name is Salasi, calling from Gerki right now. I want to talk about my heart goes to the family of Peter Rufai. I say, may his soul rest in peace. I want to talk about the what is happening about the insecurity, and Abuja are afraid. The Abuja residents are afraid of the infiltration of Boko Haram to Abuja, and that is the truth. We are urging the government to do the needful. As I always say, I see no reason the people fighting you, and you are busy rehabilitating them, bringing them to society. We don't want that. Government should concentrate on the masses, on the victims of this terror. They should go after them. They shouldn't give them a second chance. They should go and pray to God up there. Thank you so much for giving me the privilege. Now, Godi.
You're welcome, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Deacon Itodo.
Welcome.
Thank you. I greet Salasi, my brother. I greet all the listeners and all the staff of the Nigerian Info. My concern is on the coalition of...
What's your name, sir?
My name is Waza Max. I'm calling from Du.
Go ahead.
Yes, my concern is on the coalition between the North and the South to ask Tinubu in 2027. It's a good move. But, before we listen to these people, Nigerians who really know what they are doing, listen to these people. The presidency must be zoned to the southern part of this country. If Atiku wants, let him press button and take that ticket, believe you me, it will collapse. So he should be fatherly enough to now say it's time to fix Nigeria and not to be selfish. Thank you.
All right, Gwazamax, thank you for sharing your thoughts. Good morning. Are you there? Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, my name is Adam.
Are you there? Good morning.
Yes, hello.
There's that thing happening with your connection again where it breaks off your words, but let's try this and see how far we can get with it. Go ahead, please.
You see, this coalition, to me, as a matter of fact, is showed that coalition because I know Atiku is desperate to become president.
Mm-hmm.
Then coalition, because of the rubbish politically, he can stand on his own. He has to support the base. He has the movement. So therefore, it should be carried with this fair and frustrated position. So that they just want to rescue. According to them, they say they want to rescue like that. But they are after their own personal. They will be controlling Obi, they will control him and give him ministerial. And he has only 4 years, so he cannot perform with this corrupt politicians. They are mess of PDP, they are making up everything, and they will also mess up LDC. So we should not allow these politicians to rubbish his political career. Let him stand his own. He has to support. What he needs is electoral reform so that he can win convincingly. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Adola, for sharing your thoughts. Now, the focus has always been on the name of the coalition, Atiku-led coalition. Now, this could be because he's one of the few out of those who came together to form this coalition that has held one of the highest offices in the land, being the vice president. So, of course, we also have a former Senate president in the person of Senator David Mark. There are also governors right there, part of the coalition, a handful of people. So maybe the reason why it's called that is because he's one of the persons that has held the highest office. And they've been in conversation for 18 months based on what the founding chairman of the party shared in, giving the stepping down, remarks that he gave, that they have been in talks for the longest period to ensure that they are all in cahoots. They are all together on the same page to ensure that they give what Nigerians want right now. But the concern is, where would he be zoned to? There's about 2 years left to get to the elections. At what point would Nigerians be able to know if the ADC is a viable opposition, strong enough to put the ruling party, the current government of the day, on its toes? Therein lies the concern for a handful of Nigerians. But let's get to you and get more of your reactions. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Itodo.
Welcome, sir.
Happy Friday to you and your family and all the caller and listeners.
Happy Friday.
My name is Mala Aruna from Kuwa. This is a lovely one from local part of Nigeria. Coalition. Mr. Itodo.
Yes.
Anybody when say that Atiku should not contest, she's on the friend to the south, to this country. This Atiku is a Nigerian. Everybody in Nigeria have right to contest. If God give you ticket, you can run. Among the people I say if I took ticket or not ticket collection collapse. Why? Okay, now they have the citizens of the north, or is it if they go back to south? The price of the fuel that the people are from south, they have a different price. Or if a ticket come to north, not people have their market. We go to the same market. Let us unite and grab from these bad governance of APC by having the dollar to so that Nigeria can move forward. If election come in the next 4 years, they refuse to do the right for us. We should come again and move in. That's the point. Not the power will go to start or start to finish their 4 years. Or not finish their 4 years.
But Malam, there is this gentleman agreement, politicians and various parties have, that the power should rotate between the north and the south every 8 years. Do you think that if a handful of people, have reservations about it going to the north right now, since it's the turn of the south, that should not be adhered to?
Mr. Dodo.
Yes, sir.
Is the constitution? We have the constitution.
Mm-hmm.
They put the constitution now. Say, okay, now After 8 years in North, you go up to South. 8 years in South, you go up to North. So that one is understandable.
All right.
It's not a constitution.
All right, I have to let you go at this point. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Itodo. How are you, family? How are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
My name is Chris. I'm calling from Mustafa this morning.
Go ahead, sir.
About the correlation, we are asking one question.
Mm-hmm.
Say how Nigeria can cope for the new political party. 6 months now is okay. Because I remember Labour Party went to be PDP. Under 6 months, Nigerians follow the party, follow the campaign of the man. That is how the man gather people, poor people will be good man for this country. We follow the man, campaign for the man, gather people for the man, do everything. The man won the election, but I can court do what to do for that election, that 2022 election. We are following them. We are following them. We want to know the candidates they are giving us. If they give us better candidates, I believe God will do it again. We can escape 2027 election. Have good graduation. God bless this country.
All right, God bless you as well. We're streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. You can go on there to catch the show live. But let's see what's happening on our WhatsApp platform at this time. You can send a voice note to 080-999-30137, and please keep your voice notes short and straight to your point. All protocols observed on your behalf. All right, thank you very much. Let's get to you right now. Good morning.
Good morning, Sir Itodo.
Welcome.
My name is Sabila. I'm sending in this voice note from Central area. Wike said his children have the rights to own a land. If he's not an FCT minister, can he say that? And what about we, that our parents are not ministers? Our parents are not senators. Do we equally have the right to own land in Abuja? That is my question. And another headline says, Senator's aide resigned over 20,000 naira salary. So which means this issue of minimum wage is a scam. God will help us in this country. Remi Tinubu, 1 billion naira is not from government coffers. Where is it from? How did she make her money? We understood that she was a senator. But if it is not, I don't know how to even put it. But I believe...
Good morning, Wazobia. Good morning, Nigeria. I'm Emmanuel Yahuda from Maraba, Kabai. Is it true that the FCT children are not going to school? What is the function of first in command and first in command in the state? That is minister.
I believe you plan to send this particular message to our sister station, Nigeria Info. But according to reports, they are bound to resume next week following meetings I've held between all parties involved. And, the strike has been on for about 3 months right now. And fingers crossed that Monday they will be back to the classrooms bright and early. Let's run through some messages right here. Peter Rufai dies at 61. I remember his performance as Nigeria's goalkeeper in the 90s. May his soul rest in peace, is what Chukwugozie Onu shares. And Fitzgerald says, if the current administration had fulfilled its promises on security, economic stability, and good governance, the push for change might not be so strong. The focus should be on tangible progress and accountability as opposed to political posturing. For this coalition to succeed, give Obi the presidential ticket, is what Fitzgerald shares. And while social engineer Comrade Itodo says there is no doubt that the coalition and APC are now in battle loyal in readiness for 2027, my worry is that both the APC and the coalition do not understand the major reasons why Nigeria has not been doing well under different parties since independence. That is why political actors blame one another for the failure in government. To most of politicians, the problem is politicians, but I don't agree. The major reason why we may never get things right is because we now have a system that manufactures bad leaders. The major problem of our nation is structural and systemic, and we have to tackle them. In pre-colonial times, it never happened that the system was throwing up only bad leaders as we have in the current dispensation. Social engineer Comrade Itodo shares his thoughts right there. Good morning.
Good morning, Deacon Itodo. My name is Triple D from Waru. God bless all that we do, especially in this very weekend. Sir, First Lady donated cash of how much to Plateau victims? Well, she tried. But we don't want to know whether the money is coming from the government coffers or from their personal pocket. All we need is a safe country. All we need is a safe state. All we need is a safe home. Should these people not be brought to book so that people should have their own home in peace? Please let us have a lasting peace so that we'll not be donating money for all this. If we want to donate money, let's donate it at their various homes, not in...
Good morning, Nigeria Info. My name is Darlington. I'm making this voice notes from Gwarimpa. We can say his children have rights to own a land, his rights. Everybody, if you have the money or your parents have the money, you have the right to go and buy land where you want to buy land. So it's your choice.
All right, thank you. Good morning.
Hi, the boss. Good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you. My name is Mrs. Ameza.
Go ahead.
Oh, one of our best goalkeepers is gone. Good night, Peter Rufai. The voice, do you know that you told us that NFF said they are not aware that PR was sick? It only tells you that. I read one article, one period like that about retirement. So the West just felt when we finish using you, you are no more strong, you are no more important to our organization because your age and energy will determine the kind of work they will give you. They will not say you should go on retirement. Then workers felt is for their benefit, but it's because they finish using you. How on earth will NFF come out and tell us that they were not aware that PR was sick? And he passed on. All of us are saying rest in peace. See, and that's why I always tell workers, don't be overzealous, because most of these places we work, they don't care about you. When you are useful to them, they will show you they care. When you are no more, when you need them the most, you will not see them. So painful. Finally, let me talk about the collusion that we are talking of. How can somebody tell us that Atiku is a small fry in Nigerian politics? Why do you think most of them are now G3? You can always give it to him. That is one. You have David Mark, and somebody will say, oh, they are fake politicians. It's not true. The only advice I have is APC. You have 1 year plus, but I will just say 2 years. If you start performing, now that you say teachers should go back to classroom, Nigerians, we have a way of forgetting pains.
All right.
When we see something working, when you start performing, you have the chance. But as it stands now, remember that the people that helped you win election are the ones leaving you. They know the secret now. You don't understand the voice. Yeah, you know what they do for back.
All right.
So when I see you moving to the other side, I'll be afraid. Have a beautiful day. Good morning.
Have a good day as well. Good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning once again, Deacon Itodo.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, I remember on the south of Bakar Ali Ketin, I'm calling from PW Kubwa. I think history is repeating itself in the sense that when the APC was formed between 2013-14, the same arrogance that the party in power, then the PDP, approached the APC is the same arrogance my own party, the APC, is applying to the members of the coalition. The only advantage, however, that my party has over the PDP in 2015 is the fact that there is this power shift that is supposed to remain in the South, which is absent in 2015. So the only head or tail, the advantage that my party, the APC, has now is this. If the ADC float a Southern candidate, Northerners will vote Tinubu. If the ADC float a Northern candidate, Southerners will vote Tinubu. So head or tail, at the end of the day, Omo, we are going back to the villa. So that's just the truth. But when the time comes, the reality will be more glaring.
What else is this your crystal ball saying?
What my crystal ball is saying is this. The quagmire that the ADC found itself is not similar to what the PDP found herself, the APC found herself in 2015. In 2015, the South the southern Nigeria have already held power for 12 years or 13 years. Good luck ruled for 5 years, plus Obasanjo 8 years, making 13. Eradua only ruled for 2 years. So people unanimously agree that power should come to the north. But in this case, Buhari did straight 8 years, and Tinubu is about to do only 4 years. If you say it's not Tinubu and you want to give a southern person, will that southern person, is there any guarantee that he will do only 4 years and leave?
All right.
The answer is no.
I have to let you go at this point.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for
Thank you, sir.
sharing
Thank you.
your thoughts. All right. It's 6:46 right here. We're going through the headlines this morning and getting your reactions. We're streaming live as well on YouTube and Facebook. I'm going to run through some of your messages on the YouTube platform. Hafsat Moazu, thank you for joining. Sasteri from Lagos. And my condolences to Peter Rufai's family. Good morning, James Ame. Happy weekend. Where's Gabriela? Anshi Delang is asking. Well, she has moved to our sister station, Kids FM. You can tune in there. You can listen to her. She's right there. All right. And Solomon Caritio says, my condolences to Peter Rufai's family watching live from Asokoro. While on Facebook, also Francis Ndamani says, the adoption of ADC by opposition coalition is commendable. The party will definitely challenge the ruling APC government come 2027. And those behind the Benue and Plateau killings should be fished out and brought to book without further delay. This will serve as deterrent to other people. Good to see you as well, Emperor Malinga Aldu. Thank you for joining us live. And while also on Umar Oleba in Owerri says, we all need to join the ADC coalition to save Nigeria at the brink of collapse. Now is the time to rescue our democracy on the clutches. We cannot be watching and allowing these leaders destroy our hard-earned democracy. Democracy is no longer government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Nigeria must not continue to be a laughingstock to the Committee of Nations. It's now or never is how she ends. All right, and let's see what you are saying on the WhatsApp platform. A handful of messages right here. Okay. God bless the soul of Peter Rufai. What a loss. Let us see how these people in the coalition want to work together without selfish interest, is what Oludade Abiodun says. I'm sure those who are pushing Peter Obi into the coalition with Atiku, even when his Labour Party members are daily depleting and rolling into APC, are perhaps targeting Obi as if he'll be bankrolling the coalition project. Otherwise, I don't see the Labour Party and Obi making or adding any value to the coalition, which will not add up anything to the coalition. I would not make a difference from 2023, is what ABJ Patrick says. And Francis Akko in Kabayi, Nasarawa State says, Wike appears to be afraid of the coalition, and Tinubu should get ready to pack in 2027. Umar Farouk in Kumasi, Ghana says, the First Lady says that 1 billion donated is not from the government coffers. Please tell us something else. Is it from whose coffers? The poor coffers? Why are they trying to play with people's intelligence? Or is this mind playing tricks? All right. While Christofiso, the volcano in Airport Road, says the coalition is the best thing that's going to help Nigeria. All right, thank you for your thoughts. Let's get to you right now. Good morning.
Good morning. This is Mr. Gideon from Gwagwalada. We are not interested in what is called or who formed the coalition. What we are interested for them to bring the desire of the masses. Whether it's Atiku-led, we don't care. Even the Tinubu and Buhari, 2015, did they not form coalition? Was it Tinubu a coalition or Atiku Buhari coalition? So we don't care whosoever that form it. What we care is, will they meet up our demise? Will there be good leadership? So forget about it. Who form it? It's not what we're interested.
All right. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Let's get to you now. Good morning. Welcome.
Itodo, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
From Gidamangoro. I think with what this coalition has in store, Tinubu will face the greatest opposition ever witnessed in Nigeria. Not just from political leaders, but from the determined and resilient citizens of this great nation. To those who believe Tinubu has silenced the opposition or stands unchallenged, the reality that is unfolding will speak louder than assumptions. I think the objective shouldn't only be to unseat Tinubu, but to provide a different approach to governance. The people are tired. Let them provide an alternative. Don't tell Nigerians that you are going to end hunger and insecurity. Show us the roadmap. And I think if they can do that, Nigerians will better for it. Thank you, and may God bless us, and may God bless Nigeria.
All right.
This is Papa Shunamite from Gidamanguru.
God bless you as well. Trump called for meeting with 5 African leaders without Nigeria. See what APC has done to Nigeria. Under APC-led government, Nigeria has lost its place in African leadership is what concerned Nigerian shares. What if it's like a group-by-group sort of invitation, right? Because, Ghana wasn't invited. Kenya was not on that list, and other African countries which are seen as heavyweights in Africa as well. So maybe it's a batch-by-batch sort of meeting that is being had, and we'll have to maybe wait and see how it plays out. How about that? And, okay. It's a really long read from Shitu and Mpape, but my heartfelt condolences to the family of our Super Eagle legend, Peter Rufai. And Peter Obi should not expect to clinch ADC presidential ticket, even if Atiku decides not to contest, which I doubt. He would rather support another candidate from the South to clinch the ticket than supporting Obi, who he sees as someone who thwarted his chances of winning the 2023 presidential elections, is what Shitu shares. While Lan in Gorimba says, actually, what we anticipated from the current government isn't what we are getting. The current government appears to be overwhelmed at this stage. I think the coalition is a welcome development idea, but if the new party does not feed in a notable winning card face, they may slide. But they feed in a notable face, then we will give Tinubu and APC a run for their money. Since Nigerians are tired of this administration, our currency has no value. Most factories and production lines don't work anymore. Corruption is in the fabrics of every sector of this administration. It's so painful. We need a leader, not a ruler, to resuscitate the nation, its currency, its value, and its pride, is what Lan shares. And Mr. Waf says the coalition is just a group of people that want to grab power, nothing more. Same people, same mindset since 1999. Obi should be careful before we start seeing him as one of them, is how Mr. Waf ends his thoughts. Good morning.
Good morning, Itodo. It is quite sure that the ADC will have problem and collapse later. Atiku will surely contest. Peter Obi or El-Rufai will later have problem with Atiku.
Good morning, Itodo. Good morning to you, Nigerian Info. Good morning, Itodo. Good morning to everyone listening to me, the callers and listeners of this radio station. I remain my humble self, Omotayo, reaching from Galadima this morning. I'm Itodo, all protocols duly observed. Let me tell my people, Nigerians, that look, if we need to get these things right, the politics right, we should not look at who is coming and how many years they want to serve. Let's just, if we need to get this thing right, let's sacrifice that aspect of not minding how many years of what they're going to do. Let's just make sure that whoever is going to climb up there is going to be credible. That's all. Just that credibility.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
In today's housing update, real stories from Nigeria.
This is Nigeria Info.